Hey everyone, this is Steve from PublishPress, and in this video I'm going to be talking about our plugins together with Elementor, which is the most popular page builder in WordPress, and I'm going to help you solve one particular problem. We have a user who we only want to give access to one single post. We have a post here, which is, the title is, Bob can only access this post. We want a user called Bob to log in, see this post, and nothing else. We want to hide everything else. We don't want them to access anything else at all. And we're going to be doing this in conjunction with Elementor, which, to be honest, does add some difficulties. This is because Elementor adds some extra restrictions on how to edit posts on top of how WordPress normally works. So to make this work, we're going to have Elementor installed, plus also two PublishPress plugins. One is PublishPress Capabilities, and the other is PublishPress Permissions. So I'm going to have all three of those installed on the site here, and inside Elementor I'm going to make sure that we have Elementor applied to both posts and pages. So now here's how we're going to create a user role that can only access one single page. I'm going to go to Capabilities and Roles. And what I'm going to do is copy the subscriber role. This is going to give me a very low level access role that can do very little inside WordPress. It's going to be a very limited account. So I'm going to call this Elementor Editor. So we have a user role here called Elementor Editor. And next, I'm going to control what that user role can do. I'm going to go to the Capabilities area of the Capabilities plugin. And in the top left corner, I'm going to choose the Elementor Editor role. Okay, over in the right sidebar, we're going to go to this Unique Post Type Capabilities area. And I'm going to check the box to use the Create capability. Because what I'm going to do is specifically block them from creating new posts. We only want them to edit one single post. So I'm going to check this box and click Update. And now you'll notice this box can be checked. Previously, it wasn't possible to check this box. It was closely connected to this. By checking the box down here, use the Create capability, we've made this into a separate option. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to click this a couple of times so that red X's show all the way through here. And I'm only going to check this box, Edit Posts. So all of these other things are going to be denied to this user. They can't create posts, they can't edit other people's posts, they can't publish posts, they can't edit published posts, they can't edit private posts. There's very little they can do. This is going to be a very restricted role. Now that we've given them these specific permissions, which are very limiting to them, we are going to give them access to that one single post. So I'm going to go to this post. Bob can only access this post. And if I scroll down, I can see some boxes that have come from the PublishPress Permissions plugin. First, this controls who can view this post. And then I can control who can edit this post. So there's a couple of ways I can do this. I'm going to decide to give editing access to everyone in the Elementor editor role. I'm going to change their option to enabled so they can edit it. I could also go to the Users tab and select a specific user to give editing access to. But this is what I'm going to do for this guide. Anyone who is in the Elementor editor role can access and edit this particular post. So I'm going to go ahead and save that. And remember, I'm working with the user Bob, who's going to get very, very restricted access. I'm going to make a new user. I'll call him Bob. And I'm going to put him in the Elementor editor role. And what I'm going to do is test his account now. This is a feature in PublishPress Capabilities. You can click Test User and see WordPress through the eyes of this particular user. So now this is what Bob will see when he logs in. He will see the posts area up here, and he will only see one single post. You saw before, when I was logged in as administrator, there was about a dozen different posts available. Now there's only one. Even at the top, under the all and published areas, there's only one single post that Bob can access. Click Edit, and I'm going to take over from my administrator role, and you can edit the post. And acting as Bob, you can click Elementor, and you can use the Elementor editor as per normal. There we go. So we've achieved our goal. Using the PublishPress Permissions plugin and the PublishPress Capabilities plugin, we've restricted access to just one post. Normally you don't have to get quite so fancy with a couple of plugins, but there are some extra restrictions in Elementor by default, which means you have to do this slight workaround. Elementor is a great plugin, and so are the PublishPress plugins. Capabilities gives you complete control over your WordPress admin area, and PublishPress Permissions is the best plugin for controlling access to individual posts, pages, categories, or tags. Both of them are freely available on the WordPress plugin directory. Head over to wordpress.org and grab your free copy of these great plugins today.